it's already starting. It's crazy. Every time I'm starting like to start up with you guys, these veins start poking out. It's crazy. Channeling time. So I'll wait for some of you guys to come on. It always happens. Like I swear they never pop. You guys have seen my pictures. I never had these veins popping out. They always pop up. And now I'm getting super hot too all of a sudden. Woo. All right, getting hot. Hey you guys, hope all is well. My fan is upstairs. It is hot all of a sudden. I'm getting hot. Hello. Hey everybody, hope all is well. If I start sweating, you guys, I'm getting hot. It's crazy. Why am I getting so hot all of a sudden? It's crazy. All right. I don't know what's going on. Hey, you guys, hope all is well. I'm Candace G. Smith of Lovely Grace Holistic Solutions, and I'm here to talk about what's going on with this full moon, what it's doing, and what's happening in this current energy. I'm freestyling today, so it's like I'm just kind of like whatever's coming today. I'm getting it. I'm whatever. I'm just gonna express it. So I'm all of a sudden my hands are like bloodshot red. It's like they're red. It's crazy. So for some guys to come on. Happy Saturday. We are in the full moon with Pisces. Pisces is always fun. Pisces is a great time. So what does this mean? So wait a minute. How you guys doing? Hey Melly C. Hey Vanessa. All right, so Vanessa, email me after the reading, please, and thank you. Hey Tamia. Hi. Hello. You guys, I've been purposely trying to stay away from other energy. This is why, because now I'm getting hot. It's not that it's anything negative, but everybody's energy right now is so intense. It's very intense. And this is that I'm actually like fanning myself with. But oh no, it's from the state of Georgia. It's from a business. So it's crazy how every single time I log on to YouTube, you see these. If you follow me, you never see these veins. You never see them. They're never popping out. So when I'm like this, like if I'm chilling by myself, like you never see these veins. Every time I log on here, these veins pop out like the freaking brain, like the brain from peeking the brain. So it's time to channel. It's time to talk. So we're going to talk tonight. We talking tonight, y'all. Hey, Jess. Hey, Scarlett. We're talking tonight. They never pop out like this. That is so weird. It's not weird. It's almost like I don't know. All right. So, full moon in Pisces. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so hot right now. As soon as I logged on, I just started getting really, really hot. And so, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and So, full moon in Pisces. You're either feeling one of two ways right now. Either, yes, it's intense. I don't know what it is. It's like as soon as I press the start button, I got so freaking hot. It's crazy. And I'm like burning up, like hot. And that's like, my hands are red. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but they're red. I'm hot. There are a lot of people who are affected by this energy in Pisces. So what's going on? It's crazy. So, all right. So the full moon in Pisces, you guys know the full moon is actually on Monday. It's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And so the past 6 days, you've been feeling this energy. So in the past 6 days, you have either been feeling this energy or you haven't. So, and there are literally two categories of people. So either you've been feeling very, almost like this anticipation. You've been preparing. It's almost like nesting. So when a woman is about to give birth to her baby, she's preparing things. She's getting rid of stuff that doesn't belong anymore. She's cleaning up. She is eliminating things. Like it's like she's actually like she's organizing certain things. You've either been in an energy where you're preparing yourself from something that you may not you may or may not know what it is, but you're preparing yourself. So it might be, even if you're like, you have an instinct right now to prepare yourself for something. So you're nesting. And when I say nesting, I mean like you're like, okay, so I have to get this together, get that together, get that together. I don't know why I'm hearing a lot of you are maybe you're like getting your credit together. You're paying off bills. Um, it's like you're working on things that you're preparing yourself. It's an instinct. It's something like I'm preparing myself for. You may not even know that you're preparing yourself, but you have this thing, this energy where it's almost like you are being very active. You're getting rid of things, you're adding things, and you're preparing. You're actively preparing. It's an instinct within you. It's an energy that it's like a blast within you where you're preparing to get ready for something. You might know about it or you may not, but you're preparing. It's a boost of energy like, okay, I'm getting ready. I am going to be ready when it comes. And so even for you guys who are ladies who are single, you maybe it's like making room. You may be actually cutting off people like left and right. Like, I don't know. No, I'm done. I'm done. Um, it's male and female. I know I have both that watch me, but you're cutting off things, removing things, leaving out things, like almost like preparing yourself for something. Again, you may know about it or you may not know about it, but it's something that's coming in and you can just feel it intuitively, instinctively. You're like, I got to prepare myself for this. I have to make room for it. And so you're letting go, you're cutting things off left and right. It can be friendships, it can be and not even friendships, I'm not going to say friendships, it can be people who have been a part of your life that were not adding to you, situations that were not adding. Okay. So this is all freestyle, you guys. I'm doing all freestyle tonight. In the past 6 7 days, you guys have been cutting off the things that no longer serve you. They've been like a burden. It can be in any situation. It can be again with people, with jobs, with circumstances. It can be like in your home. You may have had an urge to just get rid of stuff, rearrange things, remodel. It's like something you felt intuitively, instinctively was not working. You're like, I want to get rid of it because I want to make room for something new. And I don't know if you guys remember in my last reading, I was talking about how like you have to, if you have a full closet that's filled with old dirty clothes, old clothes that can't fit you anymore, that are too small, too big, whatever, you can't wear them anymore. However, so you want new clothes to come in, but you don't have no room for them. So instinctively, in the past week, you have been instinctively like, I'm getting rid of all the old, no matter what it is and whatever category it is. I'm getting rid of all the old and I'm in taking all the new. So, I mean, again, getting rid of people, situations, it's mindsets, and it's also physical. So you're getting rid of things mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and energetically. And you have an instinct to do that. This energy has been invoking that to prepare you for what's coming. That's an amazing sign. That means that you are moving on to the next level. That means you're moving on to the next level. Now, on the flip side of this, if you're a person that has been feeling depressed, down, a horrible sorrow, like you're like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sad. I just feel bad. I feel really bad. You're facing the full moon in Pisces energy started off 10 days ago, and we're going into a Mercury retrograde. So so we're in the full moon of Pisces that's going into the full moon in Pisces starts in the Mercury retrograde. So you are facing your shadows. You're feeling fucking horrible. And I'm sorry, but you're feeling horrible. Like it's almost like you're feeling down, depressed. You're feeling worthless. You're feeling like nobody is there with you. You're feeling like I don't belong here. It's like you're feeling dark and you're feeling low. You're facing your shadow side. So the full moon in Pisces is showing you where you are currently. Pisces is number one, very deep and internal, but very straightforward. If you're a Pisces on my channel, you already know you guys are very deep, and very emotional. And you guys can go ahead and like you go in different dimensions constantly. However, but you're very straightforward. We're in the full moon of Pisces. And the full moon of Pisces is showing you who you are right now. If you're in the energy of, I'm feeling down right now, I'm feeling depressed, God, you're looking at your life like it's not what I want it to be, like what's going on? I feel unhappy, I feel stressed out, I'm lonely, I'm a victim. Like, why did this happen to me? You are not on the positive side of this energy, and you likely are a person that has some deeper things or deeper rooted things that are going on with you. But if you're in the energy of, I'm excited, I'm motivated, and you're taking action right now, you're actually taking action to change and shift your present moment to work for your future, you're on the positive side of things. There's like literally two sides, and my hands are getting so hot. There's two sides of this energy right now. Either you are on that side where, God, this happened to me and that happened to me, and I feel so bad about that. And how am I gonna do this? And how am I gonna do that? And you're so stressed. You're at the lowest vibration of energy right now. Like your energy is very low, where you're like almost like it's somewhere suicidal. It's almost like I'm tired, I'm stressed, it's not working for me, it's just not going well for me. It's just like um your shadow side is showing you where you are. Your shadow side right now, Pisces full moon is showing you where you stand. The Pisces full moon is showing you whether you are moving on or you are repeating cycles and continuously leaving, like you're staying backwards. So it's one of two energies right now. Either you're excited to move forward and you're preparing for that, or you're in a space where it's dark and I'm stressed. I I feel lonely, I'm sad, I'm all alone, it's dark. So it's only two energies. Pisces is black and white. So the full moon in Pisces is black and white. There's no gray areas. It's a very feminine but very masculine energy. So therefore it shows you who you are right now. So either right now you're feeling helpless, you're feeling sorry for yourself, feeling sorry for your whole situation, or you're feeling very motivated and you are actively making the changes necessary to move forward in your life, and you're anticipating something. You may not know it or see it, but you feel something is coming that's going to enhance you. Or you're in a place right now where you feel dark, lonely, and sad and upset, and you're mad, and you feel lonely. That's the moon is showing you. Pisces is the energy of moon. So this full moon in Pisces, which is actually the moon energy, is so intense right now. People are either they're irritated, they're mad, they're stressed, they're very emotional. They're like, I don't know what else. It's either or. Pisces only has two sides. It's light and it's dark. There's other planets that have like all the gray areas and the pinks and all that other stuff. Pisces is black and white. So it's either it or not. So if you're watching me right now, it's either you are in a place where if you're feeling like that on this side where you feel like, okay, well, you know what? I'm stressed. I feel lonely. I'm heartbroken. I'm upset. I think about myself. I feel like there's no hope, whatever. It's like that's your shadow side showing you. Sorry, I'm turning it down. Okay, it's showing you where you stand right now. If you feel excited, if you feel like, wow, I can't wait. Wow, it's something that's going on. I don't know what it is right now, but I can't see it. I don't know it. I don't know what it is. And you're preparing. You're actually taking action towards something. Again, it can be like even like it's like you're preparing yourself. You're nesting. I keep getting the energy of the Empress. You're nesting. You're nesting right now. You're nesting, which means that you are preparing for something greater to come. So when a woman is nesting when she's pregnant, she is preparing. She's cleaning. She's preparing. It's like she might not even know what her due date is. Like she may not even know, but she's preparing and she's doing things that it's it's like the anticipation of excitement. Like I know something's coming, so she's preparing. And that's the energy that's going on. Like it's the energy of nesting. I'm preparing for this. So I'm getting rid of stuff. I'm letting go of people. I'm detaching. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You're cutting off situations that no longer serve you to prepare for a new birth of something that does. And you are going in the right direction. So congratulations, because something great is happening for you and it's coming in very, very soon. Something amazing, something that you prayed for, that you've been manifesting is coming in very, very soon. But if you're in a position where you're all depressed and you're stressed out and you're in like a helplessness, a helpless energy, I feel negative. I don't know why I feel so negative. I just feel so stressed. But everything's going wrong. Oh my God, what's happening to me? Am I cursed? All this other stuff. You are in for an awakening. I should say that. Um, so anyways, I wanted to like express this because it's like, again, so I've been like, guys, I haven't been going live because I'm like, I'm aware of the energy that's right now. And so the full moon in Pisces is kind of like, when it's in Pisces, there are two planets where I kind of like, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll come in afterwards. There are two planets that I work with that I'm like, okay, well, I'll come in after it comes. So Pluto is not one of them. Not Pluto. So it's like it's that Scorpio energy and Pisces energy. Because Pisces energy, it will show you where you currently are. So again, you are one of two people right now. You're either you are afraid, you're stressed out, you're in fear, that you feel bad, you're lonely, you're depressed. Um, it's like you're overthinking. You have all these negative thoughts right now. You feel it's like I keep hearing loneliness. You feel lonely, like you're by yourself in this world. You just feel like I'm all alone, and it's been happening for the past week, the past 7 days. Like I feel lonely. I feel like I'm by myself. I feel like or you're in a position where you are actively preparing. You are getting rid of things. Things are falling out of your life that like no longer serve you. You are getting rid of stuff. You're cleaning up. You may be rearranging your home. It's something that you're doing where it's almost like you are actively preparing. Oh, it may make sense to you, it may not, but you're actively preparing for something that you're not even aware is coming into your life. But instinctively and intuitively, you're preparing. So you're doing things, you're getting. Oh, okay. So you're making space. That's how it's coming in. You're making space for what you've always wanted and what you prayed for. You're making space for it. So if you're on the positive side of this, Pisces will tell you the dead straight. They're so that planet is dead straight, accurate, and truthful. Pisces will tell you the truth. So this full moon in Pisces is showing you who and where you are right now. So again, in the past week, you may have instinctively made some decisions. You're making space. So you're actively making space. You're cutting off dead end relationships, cutting off, getting rid of things, like you're getting rid of stuff. However, again, on the other side of it, the Pisces is also being truthful to those who are not coherent to what's going on, and you feel horrible right now. You feel again alone, depressed. You feel like a deep sadness. You are really focused on love that's not happening for you. Like your money's not following through. It's almost like you are in a deep sorrow, and you don't even know why. You're like, why do I feel so bad? You may be asked like, why do I feel so bad? Like, why do I feel so bad right now? Like, what's going on with me? Why do I feel so bad? You may be in that position where you're actually asking yourself that, like, what is wrong with me? Why do I feel so bad? But Pisces is showing you where you currently are in this moment and what's going on with you currently. You're not crossing over to a new path. You're repeating a cycle because you are refusing to let go of something that's within you currently that's holding you back. So if you feel it's like almost like I don't know why I feel so bad right now. Why do I feel so bad? I keep hearing from that side of the fence. Like, why do I feel so bad? Like, why do I feel like this? Like, why am I going through this? Like, why do I feel so low? Why am I so dark right now? Why am I having these dark thoughts? It's something that you're not grasping, that you're not getting. That is, Pisces is showing you, this full moon in Pisces is showing you where you currently stand. So again, either you're in that place where it's almost like, I feel bad, I feel low, I don't know why, I feel depressed, I am doing this, I'm doing that, but I still feel so bad, I don't know what's going on. That's Pisces showing you your shadow. That's what's going on with you internally. That's why you're not manifesting or growing. That's the reason why. Now, if you're in a position, so if you're on that side, book a session. I can help you come out of that. That's number one. I'm telling you, book your session. So book a counseling session. I can help you come out of that energy. Because if you feel bad like that right now, it's something that's going on with you that's not working. It's not working for you because you still feel bad. Pisces is the energy of, I'm going to show you who you are. It's the shadow, because so Pisces is the moon energy. It's going to show you. So we're in a full moon of Pisces, which is showing people right now, the past 7 days, you've been feeling this intensely. It's going to show you who and where you stand, where you are. So if you've been feeling bad and just like guilt, remorseful, questioning yourself, just in a lower vibration, something is, I don't care what you show the world, internally, we see you. We see you. We see you. We know what you're really going through. And it's not real, so why live in misery? So book your session. If it's not through me, just figure it out. Figure it out, because you're going in a direction where it's only going to get worse. November is going to be a month where it's going to hit you way hard. Now, if you're on the other side where you're feeling this anticipation, excitement, where you're preparing for something, you're actually preparing for something. You're excited. You just like, whoo, it's like Christmas Eve. Like, you feel excited. It's, again, you may not know what it is, but you feel excited. You feel positive. You feel great. And you're actually doing things actively right now where you're preparing. Pisces, it's actually, it's an action planet. It'll actually make you move. So you're feeling it. You're like, I gotta prepare for what it is that I asked for. I gotta prepare for what's coming. And you feel anticipation, but it's nothing negative. It's not at the other side. So if you are not in a negative space, I'm not talking to you. You are in a positive place where you're like, I'm just excited. It's like the day before Christmas when you're a kid. Like, okay, well, I'm excited. It's something that's coming. So let me prepare for it. So let me cut off I'm gonna cut off all my exes, all my people, anybody that does not belong in your energy. Like, cut, just unapologetically. You're making space in your home. If you're manifesting a life partner, you're making space in your home right now. If you're manifesting like your finances, you're preparing for that, and but you have a positive, excited type of energy. It's nothing negative. It's a positive, excited, like, I can't wait to see what's in my presents. It's that type of energy. So there are two categories going on right now in the moon of Pisces, the full moon of Pisces. So it's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But you guys have been going through this for the past week. So you know who I'm talking. You know I'm talking to you or somebody. So it's like, it's two different categories. Either you're in a position where you feel low, dark, and lonely, and upset and depressed, and you're just low, and you just like, I'm just feeling like down and sorry for myself. Something's going on with you. Book a session. If not with me, with somebody. Get some help, because there's a major shift happening in November. Okay. If you're on a positive side of it, where it's almost like, oh, okay, all right, well, I'm excited. Okay, so let me do this, that I have this list, and you're excited in a positive way, where it's almost like, wow, I don't know what's coming, but I feel something, so I'm gonna prepare for it. So I gotta get rid of all my exes. I gotta get rid of all of the old baggage. I gotta get rid of all the old and toxic friends, everything, and things maybe even be falling out of your life right now. Let me tell you, it's crazy, because I know you got like the past week, but in the past 2 weeks, no, since the Lionsgate ritual, it's crazy. I'm sorry being told, that's another story. But so many shifts and changes have happened in my life. People that I have been connected to for a very long time had just fell out of my life like that. And like that. And it was like that. People that did this, but they weren't a part of where I'm going and my vibration currently. It's crazy because it's almost like, it's so deep. It's like just like that. So I understand, I get it. It can be uncomfortable. At the same time, it's necessary for you to, if you're manifesting something that's greater, you have to be able to be okay with the changes that come with that, which means that you got to let go of some people. That could be some deep relationships. That can be even some marriages. But I've had some clients that have marriages where it's like almost like they just broken up recently. So yeah, so that's what it is. So it's like, y'all, it's about changes, and but it's gonna be a great change. So I am going to, you got, this is a very important full moon. And so I'm actually going to, you guys know I'm going to the water tomorrow. As you guys know, I'm going to the water tomorrow. Um, the full moon is actually on Monday, but I'm starting my ritual on Sunday tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. Um, because And it's not for me, it's for everybody else in the world. So I'm doing a ritual for everybody else in the world. All you have to do is accept and receive, and you'll get it. You'll feel the energy. So I'm doing a full ritual for everybody in the world that needs it, and that will, it's not for me because I'm good. I feel amazing. I feel blessed. I'm so, when I tell you, like, gosh, it's really, I'm so grateful for all the things that I had to go through to kind of, I always get emotional with this because it's like, it's so deep, because it's like, I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful because I'm here in a position to really change people's lives in a deep, lifelong way. And I'm so thankful for that position in my life. And so I just want to give back at this point. I mean, I'm in a position where the universe blesses me constantly. I'm not worried about constantly. And so it's one of those things where it's like, and I want to give back. I want to give back, and I want people to feel, for those of you guys who are on the dark side of Pisces, on this, I'm trying to get out and get emotional because Pisces is it's a very emotional moon. The dark side of Pisces, people are not okay right now, you guys. If you notice, people are dropping like flies right now. They're dying, they're leaving this earth. And if you guys, if you have followed me, I've been talking about this for so long. When your internal energy is saying, I'm done, I'm tired, I don't feel good, I'm over it. When your internal energy is saying that, the universe will say, okay. When that energy actually becomes stronger than life, and there's more people right now on this planet, including on this channel right now, who are watching, who have more energy inside of them, are saying, I'm done, I'm tired. Now your mouth, though you may not say it verbally, like you may not be saying it verbally, but internally you're just, I'm tired. So when is it going to work for me? I'm stressed out. I'm over it. You're manifesting an early departure. People are dropping like that. And it's been happening since the pandemic. The pandemic is like a clearance. It's almost like a lot of people are dropping like that because they're tired. They may be smiling. Let me show you what depression is. So depression looks like this. That's what depression looks like. It's a smile, it's happiness. Nobody ever knows. So there's so many people who smile. I've had the filters, have, today this is the gay, I don't, whatever. Like they seem to be, but their internal energy is saying, you guys know I read the subconscious energy. So it's like when when I have my clients that actually book sessions, I can read your subconscious mind. You can tell me whatever. And I've had clients that said, oh, yeah, my marriage is good. And yeah, I feel so good. And so when I start reading them and tell them what's really going on in their subconscious energy, like, and they start crying because it's deep. There's so many people right now who are more on the dark and negative side than positive side, including some of you guys who are watching me right now. Your internal voice is saying, like, I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm done. Like, I'm lonely. Nobody loves me. Nobody's here for me. I'm by myself. Um, why am I here? All this, and you will manifest problems in your life that will lead for you to go home. And when I say go home, I mean go home. So you have to make sure your internal voice matches your intentions and your words, because your internal voice is what the universe is listening to. So it doesn't matter. You can say, I don't care how many rituals you do. I don't care how many times you manifest, oh, I am love, I am love, I am love. I did that. I know. I know. I'm telling you, I know. I have been there in that position where I have been that person where I felt so horrible inside that I would do all the affirmations. I am love, I'm happy. I am love and I'm happy. I have the best life ever. And still feel fucked up inside. And fucked up things would happen to me because of that. And then I wonder, like, well, why is this stuff happening to me? It's because my inner voice is saying, well, you feel fucked up inside. So fucked up things are going to happen. So you have to be cautious, because a lot of you right now feel so low. You're trying to be positive, which is the greatest intention. However, you have to make sure your internal voice, which is your subconscious energy, your heart mainly, is matching what is coming up through your subconscious mind and through your words, because otherwise your words and like your thoughts mean nothing, because your heart, how you feel, manifests your true reality. And if you feel bad, that's what you're manifesting. If you feel like you're low, that's what you're manifesting. If you feel like you're worthless, that's what you're manifesting. If you feel like I don't want to be here anymore, I'm sick of this world, I'm sick of this life, that's what you're manifesting. I'm not trying to put anything in anybody's ear, but I'm just saying, like, that's what's going on. So you have to really shift that vibration. Do whatever you have to do. And I always tell people, and this is my disclosure, if I'm not your teacher or your whatever, okay, that's fine. I went through quite a few people before I found the people that I felt were compatible with me. But you have to go to somebody. If you feel like you can't do it on your own, go get some help. And that's whether if it's with a doctor, whatever. But if you're feeling bad internally, I don't care what you can say it. You can sell 20,000, you can be on your knees until your knees are bloody red, praying to God to help you. But if you don't feel it inside, it's not going to work. And you guys know that already. A lot of you guys do that. Like, you pray and but you pray for change, but nothing ever happens. But the reason why it doesn't happen is because internally your voice is like, well, it's not going to work. I've been through this, admitted that it's not going to happen. I feel bad inside. It's not going to work. Your internal voice is saying something different than what you're actually putting out into the universe. So and you guys, and like, again, and the reason why I know this, because I can hear the way I read energy, the way I do readings, I listen to the subconscious mind of you all. So again, when I'm doing, like, when I do my readings, I hear what you're saying. I listen to what you're saying. But what I focus on listening to is what your subconscious energy is telling me. Your subconscious energy is telling me the truth. Some of you guys, again, that you come to me, and a lot of you have already had readings from me, so you already know. You'll come to me like, oh, I just want to know what's going on with me. And I start telling you what's going on with your subconscious energy and what it's saying. And so I only listen to what the subconscious mind is saying. That's your soul. That's your Akashic records. I tap into your Akashic records. Your Akashic records tell me everything about you. And so I actually know what's going on with you or whoever else or whatever. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you have to match that. You have to match the subconscious energy with your reality currently. And that's when you'll start to grow and prosper. Otherwise, this Pisces moon energy is showing you where you are currently. If you're irritated, mad, upset, like depressed, thinking about the past, it's like you're readdressing certain things. It's that you're reevaluating. And again, we're going into the Mercury retrograde too as well. So it's like almost like, okay, so it's intense. This is a very intense full moon. So you either are or you aren't in this present moment. And again, you know who I'm talking to at this point in time. You know where you are, just based off of what I described. So, okay. Your affirmations don't do anything. They don't. And again, you can listen to I don't care how many meditations, you can go to how many different classes, you can do whatever you want to do. But what I'm saying to you is your affirmation, you could say, I am love, I am positive, I'm great, I'm glory, I am abundant 20 trillion times. You can do it 20 trillion times. But if your subconscious mind is saying, no, I'm broke, I'm lonely, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I don't believe in love. I feel like I'm alone. That's like I'm always gonna be alone. Whatever you do, let me turn this on the phone. I'm sorry, I got my other phone. It's not gonna matter. I promise you guys. You can, and that's why it doesn't work. And you guys know because you've done it. And I'm not saying anything that's not true because you guys have done this. You guys have our experiences. You're probably wondering like why my affirmations don't work. So I'm listening to all these meditations and they don't work. So why am I doing all these prayers and all these different things and they don't work? Why? Because your subconscious energy is saying, I'm hurt, I'm burdened, I'm stuck, I'm blocked, I'm attached to this. I can't let go of this. I'm not able to do this. So you can pray and do whatever you want to do. It's all about your inner voices. That's why chords, those internal chords, the subconscious blocks, those resets are so imperative because whatever's going on in here and in here, your crown and your heart, whatever's going, so whatever these two say is the truth. You can say whatever you want as a human, but it is not going to matter. You can pray, you can beg, you can do whatever. I don't care how many rituals you do, but until these two are in line with this and with that and with this, then it's not going to matter. I know. I'm telling you, I know. Right? Guys, I know. I know. And that's why I try to, that's why I had to go through things I had to go through so I can show you. Like, I know. I know. So again, that's why, like all the things you pray for, all the things that are happening, you're praying for the best partner, you're praying for health, you're praying um, for wealth, whatever you're praying for, if it's not happening for you, if the universe is not showing you, if you're not getting it, there's something that's not right within you. Because, and I don't care how many churches you go through, I don't care how many, I've been there. Like, I'm telling you, like when I was feeling really, really bad, and just a transparent, and I've spoken about this before. And when I was going through like my whole, so I went through my whole rites of passage thing, and I felt so bad inside. Like I felt so deep. I felt so bad inside. And I would go to churches like, please pray for me, place your hands on me. They put the oil on me and I did all that stuff. And I still felt bad. I felt like I didn't want to be here anymore. I still felt so bad. I did all of that. I would pray every single night. I would be begging, begging. And I'm not saying don't pray. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I swear I'm not. For those, I don't, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is like, I had to shift my inner perception and my inner feelings for me to be able to manifest what it is that I wanted to have into my life. It wasn't a physical thing. It wasn't me going to church. It wasn't me going praying 10 times a day. It wasn't me doing a candle. It wasn't me doing a ritual. It wasn't me going to somebody else to try to help me. Um, I had to go within myself. I, I had to heal. I had to heal. You gotta heal. You gotta heal. You gotta unlock. And when you heal, what happens is you make space. For those of you guys who are on the positive side of this Pisces moon, you're making space right now. You're instinctively and intuitively making space because you know that something else is coming in for you. So you're intuitively making space. You're doing things actively right now. You're cutting off old people, situations, and circumstances. You are cleaning out your home, your house, your car, whatever. You're physically right now making space. You're cutting off things that no longer serve you. And you're doing it like, I'm just done. It's like, it's no thinking about it. It's no, well, is this the right thing to do? Well, let me just help. No, you're actively right now cutting off things. This Pisces moon is showing you where you currently are, where you currently stand. Either you're cutting off things without any thought, Like, I'm done with this. I'm moving forward, whatever. I want something else new in. And so you're cutting off things unapologetically. Are you in a position right now where you feel down and low? You feel sad? You feel depressed? You feel um, sorry for yourself? You think about all the past. You're wondering why you're a victim. So in this Pisces energy, again, it's very black and white. Pisces, that I have some Pisces viewers. You guys know you're black and white. There's no gray area in Pisces. You guys are black and white energy. It's either this or that. And so that's what's happening in this energy. Either you're in this position where you feel horrible right now, you feel low, dark, depressed, you just feel sorry for yourself. You just like, I don't know what to do. Why is this not happening for me? I don't know what's going on. I can't let go of this person. I love them so much, but they don't give a fuck about me. And they're not showing me that, but I just love them so much. And I just like, you feel horrible right now, for depressed. Are you in a position where you're cutting stuff off? Like, because Pisces, like, so with a Pisces, but I know about Pisces people, is like you guys can be, you're either in or out. You're either in or out, which means that either you are deeply in something and you are fully committed to something, or you can cut somebody else out like it doesn't mean anything. You can cut somebody else. It's like you guys are black and white people. It's either you're in or you're out. You're in or you're out. So that's so this whole energy has been showing you where you stand. And that's what the whole Pisces moon energy has been about. Again, it's been happening for the past like 8, some getting 8 days. You're either in or out, which means that you are either like, again, you're feeling horrible, you're feeling bad, you're feeling like you're feeling bad right now, or you're feeling motivated, like, okay, because so what's next? What I gotta do? You're feeling excited. You're like, okay, so, and you're preparing for what's coming. And those who are on the other side of this, November is not going to be a great. It's like, I don't know. You have some things that are coming in. Like you feel, I don't know. All right. So that's what's going on currently. That's amazing. So April, yeah. So if you feel good right now, Pisces is a black and white energy. We have other planets who have gray areas, pink areas, green areas. They have different colors. Pisces is black and white. So either you're feeling this way or you're not. You're either feeling bad, low, um, very sleepy, maybe unmotivated. You feel discouraged. You feel helpless. You feel like you are not a part of this world. You feel like you just are not here. Or you feel you're going. You feel excited. You have a burst of energy. It's the opposite. It's black and white. That's the energy of this moon. That's the energy of this moon. And so, like I said, I've purposely been laying low. You guys know, so when I lay low, when I'm not posting or if I'm doing videos, it's because I'm aware of what's going on. So I'm purposely laying low. Another thing too, as well, because of my October class for the intuitive development, the whole apprenticeship in October, I've been doing all these different attunements. And so it's like, I'm like, okay, my energy has been like more toward my students who are in the class. And so we do like a lot of attunements, like a lot of healing sessions and everything like that. So that's why I've been kind of like laying low. But also I know this energy in Pisces. Pisces is black and white. It's either yes or no. It is not gray. It's almost like you either are here or you're there. So it's two different categories. Either you are feeling like you just are like in a victimized mode, or you're feeling victorious. It's either one of the two. It's not an in between. You can't be both right now. It's almost like you feel like you feel energized, or you feel like you're low and you feel like I just feel bad. Like I just feel bad. What's wrong? I'm hearing people say like, what's wrong with me? It's that why can't I get ahead? Like why the thoughts you're hearing those thoughts, like what's wrong with me? And you're looking at yourself like, what's wrong with me? If you're in that energy, I highly recommend you book a session. I can help you. However, if I'm not your person, if you're not drawn to come to me, go just get help. Just come out that energy, because November it's almost like it's gonna be like, okay, so if you're feeling like you're here, November's gonna be like, psh, November is gonna be it's going to be a month of challenge and inspiration. So November is going to be a month of, um, it's either you, it's going to be very black and white too as well. So it's going to almost like if you're here, if you feel low already, November's going to push you down here. If you feel up here, November's going to push you up here. So it's almost like it's either or. It's very black and white. It's very black and white. So um, October, November, and February of next year are going to be very black and white energies. Very black. December is kind of, in January is gray. So December and January are going to be kind of like, it's going to be either or. It's kind of like, it's more like it's a flamboyant energy of everything. But October, November, and February are gonna be those hardcore months where you either gonna be or here. It's black and white. So one thing, I left this. So it was an accident. Actually, this was an accident. I left the next 6 month reading up on accident, and people have been booking it. But I'm gonna leave it up. So if you want to know what's going on with you for the next 6 months, I highly recommend that you book that reading. I left it up, but it was for a reason. And so if you want to know what's going on with you, like for the next 6 months, I highly recommend that. That'll be a great reading so you can understand like what side of the fence that you're on, what's going on with you. Also too, like what to expect, what to prepare for, or what to anticipate. So if there's something that's not going right for you, the benefit with this 6 month reading is if there's something that's not going right for you, you'll know how to counteract it and you'll be prepared for it. If there's something that's actually coming for you, you'll know how to prepare for it. So yeah, so I'm going to keep it up. Again, it was an accident. I thought that I took it down, but I didn't. So obviously, like, I guess Spirit was like, keep it up, but that might be a good thing for you guys. And so, yeah, so just stay tuned. Like, everything is really, I want to give you guys this energy because, again, like, some of you guys don't know what's going on. So I wanted to actually just express what's going on with you. And again, I've been laying low on purpose because, again, my energy's been more depleted because of the fact, you guys know, I'm a giant battery. I've solely work on energy and connection solely. All right. So with that being said, it's like, again, with my new class, I've been doing all these attunements and, again, all these healing sessions, these core removals. I've been doing quark nodes. I've been doing GA removals with my new class. And so my energy is like, shh. That's why I'm going to the water tomorrow. So I can just go ahead and recharge and get ready. But I highly recommend, if you are in that energy, if you book the next 6 month reading so you can actually, or not. I mean, it's up to you. I don't like to promote I don't know. It's one of those things. So I feel like those who are meant to come to me are drawn to me. So I'm not that person like book a reading, book a reading, book a reading. I'm just not. I've never been like that. I never have been. Like, that's not my forte. That's not my energy. It's almost like I've never. And I don't know if it's my Leo in me. That's kind of like, well, whatever, because that the universe, like, already, I'm already so blessed. So it's almost like I don't, it's not that I don't care, but it's almost like, if you feel like you're drawn to me, there's something about you. It's crazy. I had a client the other day, and I don't know if he's on here or not. I'm starting to attract more men too, which is it's amazing, but it's crazy because, like, a majority of my clients are women. I'm starting to attract more men. And so I was on Facebook, and I swear to God, I don't remember sending him this message. He sent me a screenshot. He sent me, it was a screenshot that said, I see you. I know who you are. I do not remember sending him that message, but I could see I did. I don't remember sending him that message. I guess I was in a state of channeling. I don't know. I don't remember sending him that. But he booked a session. This was off of Instagram. It was a guy for Instagram. And I saw it, but I don't know what, I don't remember. I swear to God, I don't remember it. I do not remember. But I sent him a message. He showed me, I sent him a message that said, I see you and I know who you are. It was something like that, of that nature. So he booked a session when he found me. I don't even have my email, my website anymore on, I don't have my website on Instagram anymore because all these like, these guys are these people like, that, I don't know. So he somehow found me and I gave a reading to, and I did a reading for him. And again, I don't know if he's on here or not. He might be because he found me. He found my webpage. And again, I don't have it on my Instagram anymore because people were like, just they'll call my phone like randomly. It's like the more followers you have, I think I have like probably like 98,000 people who follow me. So the more people who follow you, the more people that just become obsessed and whatever. And so I took my website down, but he found me. And it's crazy. I did a reading for him and it was like so deep. It was so deep. I was connected with his ancestors. His ancestors were so, that's another thing. You guys, your ancestors, your ancestors are so helpful. So I've been like a lot of ancestral readings. A lot of you guys have a purpose to work with your ancestors and you're not working with them. They are coming in. So they're like, you need me. You need us. And it's like, you got to work with your ancestors, but in the right way. You have to, especially if you're doing rituals and magic, you need to work with your ancestors. Your ancestors are a part of you and have the power to allow you to be able to be great. Let me ask permission. Can I show them my altar? Okay, I'm going to show you my altar right now. So let me tell you how important it is. My ancestors, they take care of me in the greatest way, but you have to know how to take care of them too as well. You have to. If you don't know how to take care of your ancestors, it's like you'll be at a dead end. So many people like they read these books and they go on the internet and be like, oh, okay, well, this is how I'm supposed to. No, your ancestors are a part of you and they're different. They are different. They are based off of you. So you have to know how to work with them individually. If you can't channel your ancestors, do not create an altar. Do not do that because it will backfire on you. So let me show you my altar, you guys. And I have permission to do so. So let's see. So here's my ancestor altar. You guys know who Annie is already. And so I have all kinds of stuff. I have this for Alegwa. He's here too as well. I have a cotton plant here. This is where I burn things I need to burn. This is an offering I just gave them. And so this plant right here, you guys, I never water this plant. I never ever water this plant, ever. Never water this plant. And look how big it is. Like, I gotta stand back. And that's my ancestral staff. And this is by my front door. This is the biggest plant I have. I never water this plant. And right now I have these 3 candles that are here for them. And that's just basically, they had me engrave certain type of symbols in them for them and everything like that. But they work with me so well and they're so protective. Like, you cannot, they will, let me tell you, every time somebody messes with somebody, they really are strong. And it's like, but every day, again, if you work with ancestors, I highly recommend, I have a session that I will tell you, I'll channel your ancestors and I'll let you know exactly what you need to do. They're all so different. You can't do it like mine. They're all so different. But so many people make so many different mistakes. Is that they have, I'm worshiping my my ancestors, but not channeling them properly, and therefore they get no results. Like, they get no results. So when you don't have that, so when you don't give them what they need, you will have no results. Like, I went to the farmer's market and literally asked my ancestors, I said, what do you want in here? And that's what they wanted. So that like offering I gave them, that's what they wanted. It wasn't like, oh, well, let me just go ahead. I read this off the internet. Let me see what, how do you set up the like ancestor altar? No, you have to channel that. You have to know what they actually want. And so therefore, when I tell you like everything, just like, and I'm so I'm so good. I'm so blessed. I'm telling you, I'm so blessed. But you have to give them what they want. If you're going to do the ancestry thing and connect with your ancestors and work with them, you have to know what to give them and what they want. You have to know. Because otherwise, it's not going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen. It's not. Like, I gave them what they wanted. They specifically asked for 3 candles in those colors. And I engraved what they said to engrave in them. Is I forgot the numbers. I forgot what, I don't know. They told me what to do and I did it. And so, and that was that. And that's how it works. And that plant that's on my altar, I never water that plant. I never water that. It's a bam. I never water that. But it continuously grows. It's the biggest plant I have in my house. All the other ones they die, but that one right there grows, so it never dies. I can't explain it. It is what it is. But that's, so you have to, so if you are a person like literally that's into ancestry and want to connect with your ancestors, they are waiting on you. They're waiting on you, but you have to give them what they need and what they want. It's not blood. It's not, I'm not gonna tell you about it. For some it might be, but for most people it's not blood. It's just about like, just give me what I need based off of what they live off of. But you have to know, because it's crazy. I saw this one. She's like, "Oh, you have an ancestor altar," and so she sent me a picture of it. And I was like, "Those aren't even your ancestors." It's crazy. She had a whole ancestor. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm working on that. She had a whole ancestor altar, and no, those weren't even her ancestors. They weren't even her ancestors. And so that's why she was like, "Well, I don't get." It's. I'm like, why would you? Those weren't even your ancestors. They weren't even her ancestors. God, Candace, stop doing that. You guys know I always laugh. I can't. Because I know because she followed. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry. Because I know you follow me. I'm not laughing at you. Um, I was, but I laughed when you told me. Like, so I saw you on here. You know, I laughed like when I told you. So when you showed me the picture, I did laugh because I was like, "Those are not your. That's not even your ancestors. Why you even have that up there like that? That's not even your. That's why you're not. That's why nothing's not happening for you because those are not your ancestors." And so I laughed. We both laughed together. And so, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm sorry, but I thought I remembered. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, but we both laughed. So technically, we both laughed. But those weren't even her ancestors. And she was like, but you'd be surprised. So a lot of like brown people think a lot of brown people think that their ancestors are like, they're Black or African. That's not true. So some of your ancestors might be Asian. They might be, they have one person that Aztec, or they might be a Hispanic. It's like, you have to know who your ancestors. A lot of people have Native American ancestors, and they might be brown like me, and automatically think, "Oh, no, my ancestors are African." No, they're not. A majority of them may not be. Some may be extraterrestrial. You may have to have an extraterrestrial type of altar. That might be what you need to have that energy behind you. But they do react off of gifts and favors. So that's 100% true. 100% true. So I'm just saying, like, some of you guys are like, "Oh, I'm brown, so I must have all these African roots." And I'm like, no, that's not true. You may have some, you may have some Russian roots. You may have to have a Russian altar. I've had somebody that actually booked a session with me, and she's this person. It's like she's not on my channel, so I can say it. So she's like a Hotep type of, the Black Lives Matter, Malcolm X type of person, and her people are Russian. Her ancestry is Russian. She has to have and she got so mad at me. She got so mad at me. It was crazy. She got so mad at me. I said, "No, but they're Russian. They all are like you have a Russian ancestry, and they're saying this is what you have to do to do." And she got so mad at me, but that's what she needed to do. She's like, "No, hell, I'm not. No, okay, but I'm just saying to you, if you want to work with your ancestors, they're all, a majority of them who are working with you right now, they're Russian. They are Russian, and it was Russian and Russian Congo, people from the Congo. So she had Congo people. I don't know the name, but it was Congo people and Russian people. Those were her main people who were working with her, who were her protectors. I said, well, if you want to alter, you have to make it in this way. Oh hell no, no black, and I'm black as I'm like, okay, all right, well, but that's why nothing's happening for you. That's why you came to me. Nothing's happening to you. So it's not happening for you. So you have to like literally honor your ancestors. And so like I said, like with if you do decide to with the ancestry thing, I actually connect with your ancestors and I talk to them like just and they'll tell you what you need. And so and it's beautiful. Some of you guys will be surprised where you come from. Like be surprised who's actually watching out for you, who's working with you. I get like quite a few people who have a lot of extraterrestrial people who are like, okay, to make an extraterrestrial type of altar. So, but it depends on who you are and just who's watching over you in this lifetime. So, yes. So, I'm telling you, if you're not able to channel, don't listen to. If if you currently have an altar for your spiritual people and nothing's is working for you or happening for you, then you may have to change some things because that may not be your source. We have different sources. So, like for me, I have like a lot of Native American help, a lot of extraterrestrial help, a lot of West Indian help, a lot of African help, a lot of Asian help. I have a lot of help, but I have my altar set up to conform a lot of Egyptian help. I have 3 different altars in my house to conform to needs to be satisfied. So, for example, tomorrow morning before I leave out, like I said, I'm going to Florida tomorrow morning, but tomorrow morning before I leave out, I'm doing an offering for my Egyptian help. Like I have a whole Egyptian altar and they are my goddesses. And so I conform to them. So I have a totally different altar that's for them. And so I'm giving them what they need. So, and it works. So, anyhow. All right, let me look at some of you guys' comments. Keisha, I wouldn't recommend it right now because you don't even know who you're offering to. So I wouldn't recommend it right now. You don't know who you're offering to at this point. So it's like you're just burning it. All right. So, oh, my hour's up. I'm trying to stay under an hour, you guys, because people just say under an hour. But I wanted to um, yeah, don't do any type of rituals to who you don't know you're doing rituals to. Again, number one, it can lead to nothing. And number two, it can backfire on you. You can provoke or invoke spirits that don't belong. So if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't hear nothing else I say tonight, if you are a person that does rituals to your ancestors or to spirits or whatever, if you don't know exactly who you're doing it for, don't do it. Because number one, either one thing is one of two, three things that will happen. Either one, nothing will happen. Number two, it'll backfire. Number three, you'll create problems that don't need to exist. So if you don't know who you're connecting to, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because number one, you're probably not protected. Number two, you're opening yourself up to the unknown. And number three, it can backfire where whatever you ask for will reverse and you'll feel less or experience less. So, all right. So, anyways, okay, you guys, I gotta go. What time is it? Oh, 7:30. No, 6:30. All right. So 6:30. So, all right, I gotta go. I kind of want to let's do some questions real quick. I have more energy, so I have like a lot of energy right now. Actually, I feel really like just like. So if you have some questions, I'm going to answer them right now. All right, so you can go ahead and start asking now, and I can start answering them. Yep, but I'm asking too, so asking and answering. Um, Queen of Queens, if you book through, it's www.candicesgsmith.net, which is in all my, if you can look at, it's in my old videos as well. I'll post everything in this video too as well. So if you want to book with me, you can go to www.candicesgsmith with an I, Candice with the I, Candice, G Smith, SMITH.net, and book with me. And I'll post it in the description box. But you got to be ready. You guys know, all you guys that know, you guys got to be ready, because I'm the person that's gonna, I get right to the, I get right to the point. So if there's anything that's going on with you, you guys know I get right to the point. So make sure you're ready for that. So many people were like, I didn't know. Like, okay. All right. Talks with Cookie. Will my new job help get me to a better financial stability? Right now it's coming up as no, because it's internal. So right now you have a is that you have a blocking issue with finances internally. So therefore right now the answer is no, because you have a block internally with your finances and money. So no matter, I don't care if you go to a Fortune 500, I don't care if you become president, there's always going to be money issues until you deal with that financial block that you have within you. And I'm just being honest. It doesn't matter where you go. If you won the Mega Millions and won like $300 million, you probably have $299 million worth of debt that comes along that's going to take away from that money. So you have to really focus on shifting your financial block that you have within you, which is likely in your, with you, it's coming up as your, oh, it's in your, you have some deep mental blocks. It's in your third eye, your throat. To your third eye, your throat. Surprisingly, which is crazy, because you guys know I always talk about the heart. If your heart is not good, your money's not good, right? But in your case, Talks with Cookie, your mindset and you're not passionate about your career, or how you, like, you're not passionate about like where you stand with your career, how you feel. So you're not passionate about whatever you're doing in life right now. So therefore you're always going to have a financial block because of that. And your solar plexus is coming up, which means that you lack confidence. It's a fear that goes, it's like a fear or an anxiety, or is negative self-talk that tells you that you can't do what you're positive, or what you're it's a fear that's saying you cannot do what you're passionate about because it's not going to work. And therefore that's why you continuously have restrictions when it comes down to your finances. All right. Detroit, is my dad watching over you? Is my dad watching over me? Yes. Yes. Your dad is, yes. He's not with you right now, but he does watch over you from time to time. He's with, he hasn't crossed over. Aditra, you may want to have, so your dad hasn't crossed over. For some reason, he's holding on to something that's here on the plane, the earthly plane. So he hasn't crossed over yet. So he comes and goes, but it's like you have to go to him in order for him to see you, because he's attached to something here on earth. He hasn't crossed over. He needs to cross over, but he hasn't crossed over. He needs to cross over though. But I don't know what it is. He doesn't feel like he's a good person. I don't know what's going on with your dad, Dietrich, but your dad doesn't feel like he was a good person. It's almost like he's afraid of going to hell. So, okay, you guys, hell, and not, if your religion, please, if you're like a religious person, please don't. Hell is only a part of what you believe. If you believe in hell, it exists. If it doesn't exist in your, it doesn't. I don't believe in hell, so therefore it doesn't exist within me. I don't believe that. I don't believe in it. So hell only exists when you feel like it does, and that's for most religious people. Most religious people believe in hell, and they're like, "Oh, if I do this, I'm going to go to hell. If I do that, I'm going to go to hell." But a lot of people who were slave owners, who were serial killers, who were child molesters, who were abusers, who were bad people on this planet, that did not believe hell existed, when they died, did not go to hell because hell did not exist. I'm not saying that that's not, it's that, but I'm just telling you the truth. Like, hell does not exist unless you believe it exists, which means that you either have it embedded subconsciously within you, or you have a fear of it. So in your case, Dietrich, your dad is afraid to go to hell for some reason. So he decided to stay here. So he's attached to something here. So he hasn't crossed over. But he needs to know that, I mean, however you perceive things in your human life. I don't know if you guys, okay, so for example, um, so for all my manifestors, you can see and feel something when you're aligned with it, it happens, right? So it appears it's the same thing. You, we are all souls, internal souls that are living in a shell, a body that technically does not exist. It's a body that's like it's a role play. So right now I'm living as the life of Candace. I've had several different lives, but I'm living that's a role as Candace in this lifetime. I've been a man. I've been I've been white, black, I've been all kinds of everything. So, but I'm living in a role right now. I'm an internal being that's living in the role of Candace to do Candace's job in this lifetime. Okay. So, with that being said, I mean, I have the same gifts that I have whether I'm in my body or not. I can project things and make things happen. I'm aware. So, I just happen to be aware of it. But a lot of people are not. So even as Candace in this shell, this body, I had to go through the human experiences that I had to go through in order for me to get to this place. However, I'm aware now because I'm tapped in more to my internal self where I know it and I'm aware of my gifts. Now it's the same thing. So if I see a banana, if I'm like, oh, I really want a banana, I want a banana today. God, I swear to God, I'll have a banana that day. It's the same thing when you die or when your body's no longer with you. It's the same projection. You can, and a good thing to do, an experiment. For you guys that don't believe in life after death, whatever, YouTube has so many different. Google, no, through YouTube, near death experiences. You'll find so many videos from people all over the world, all races, all ages, all belief systems. At the end of the tunnel, they all see a different perspective. They see who they believed in when they were alive. You might see, and this is a the true experience. Like, and I did this actually. I did it. I saw one little boy. I think he drowned or something, and he saw. It's the same experience. I go through this dark tunnel. The dark tunnel is the birth canal of a woman. A woman is. It's just so much so much I haven't. I just want to to tell you guys. This is so much I know. So a woman's birth canal is the purpose of life. It's the doorway to life. Women are the most power. So many women have lost their power. You lost your power by allowing the world to show you that you're nothing, to belittle you. You allow death in life. Death in life goes within you. So the birth canal represents that dark tunnel. When you die, you go through it's the same dark tunnel. So when you're born, you go through the dark tunnel, the birth canal, and you go into light. You go into it's light. So when you go from the womb of a woman and you pass through her birth canal and go into light, that's a rebirth. When you lose your body and you die, go through that dark tunnel, that's the rebirth. It's the same experience. People who have the near-death experiences, they all describe that dark tunnel. They go into a light and they see who they perceive is their higher power. Same thing when a baby's being born out of a woman's womb. It goes through the birth canal, that dark tunnel, to go into the light. And it's the hospital lights, whatever. There's lights on, I'm sure. Nobody's giving birth in the dark. So some may, but that's not how but you go into the world. And it's the same. Life and death it's one in the same. It's one and the same. It's the same thing. I've channeled so many spirits. I've talked to so many spirits. It's the same exact experience. When you die, it's the same exact experience as when you're birthed into the world. It's just so much. You guys, I can be on here forever. It's so much. It's so much. If you knew what I know, you would not be afraid to die. You wouldn't be afraid of death. Because it's a new beginning. It's birth. Birth into your new self. But whatever's at the end of that tunnel is what you perceive to be your life. So hell is a perception. Heaven is a perception. I don't know. How you see whatever, it's all perception. It's what you believe and what you desire it to be. How you desire the afterlife to look like is it's going to be based off of what you see and how you perceive it to be. And that's what the afterlife would be like for you. It's just so much. Like I'm telling, like I just know, you guys. I work with spirits all the time. I channel spirits, even when I do like these past life like regression. It's like when I work with spirits, when I do energy work with people, I see their path. The reason why I even believe in Jesus is because I had one client where I did a GA. I forgot. Yeah, it was a GA. I did a generational detachment for her, and she was walking with Jesus. Like that's how I knew that Jesus was real. Like Jesus is real. Jesus is actually real. Jesus is It's almost like the main source. Number 33. If you've been seeing 33 a lot, that's the vibration of Jesus Christ, and that's um, it shows you that you are a part of a natural source. Is He's not how they describe it in the Bible. He's a It's like we all technically live the life of Jesus Christ. We're born into a world of unknowing. We don't know what's going on in this world. We are is that we're all born from death. We come from death. We are not alive until we're into this world. So it's like once we have that first breath, that's when we're alive. We're a part of this world. And I'm getting chills right now. It's crazy. I'm getting chills. And I'm hot. I'm hot. My hands are hot. I'm hot, but I'm getting chills. We're dead until we come into this world. And we live the world. And we are these free beings that are used to our spiritual selves until the age of 4 years old. To the age of 4 years old. At 4 years old is when you that begin to develop these. It's like you develop the world. The world becomes like you become a sponge and you start to develop the world. Things, it's like, God, even if something happened to you at 2 years old, let's say that you got into, you burned your hand on a fire, it's not going to bother you. It's not until you're 4 years old. For some reason, it's 4 years old. So when you turn 4 years old, is when the world begins to influence you. So it can be like your lifestyle, it can be your family, it can be your parents, it can be whatever you go through after 4 years old is what you absorb into your life and what you grow into as an adult. That's why the reset is so. If you guys don't know about the reset, if you have not been reset, that's what the reset. You start to absorb whatever your surroundings show you. Like before 4 years old, you're happy go lucky. You're in the spiritual realm. You're still in the spiritual realm technically. So whatever happens to you before 4 years old, you kind of like can let that go. Whatever happens after 4 years old, you absorb that and you live that. So if you're in a single parent household, if you live through poverty, if you live through abuse, if you go through whatever is happening around you, if you see horrible things, if you live in luxury, if you live in wealth, if you live, a lot of people who are wealthy and happy, that's how they were raised. After 4 years old, you absorb everything that happens with you in your life and you take that with you into your adulthood. That's why so many people right now, depending on how you were raised and whatever you've seen, whatever you experienced, after 4 years old, you absorb that and you took it into your adult life. And that's why the resets, the chords, all those things that happen develop around that age and they grow with you. And that's why you are in a position that you are where you are because of that. So so before then, it's almost like, whatever. I'm sorry, I know I got the topic, but I'm feeling it. I'm channeling right now. Just I'm speaking whatever is coming. So, so, and honestly, guys, if you are a person that I'm so passionate, and it's great. I have a friend, and he's meant to be a multimillionaire. He's meant to be a multimillionaire. He is, and it's frustrating. I get frustrated when I talk to him. I see him. I know who he is. He's meant to be a multimillionaire, but his past is consuming him so deeply that he can't come out of it to be able to be open to what he's meant to do or where he's meant to go. And I see so many people like this on a daily basis. You have so many restrictions within you. You have all these potentials. Everybody's born with a blueprint. Okay, yeah, you're meant to go through this, but you're meant to come out of this at this point in your life, and you're meant to go in this direction. But yet, so many people remain stuck because we do have a sense of there's a lot of things we have no control over, but then there's some things that we have. It's almost like everybody is always placed in a crossroad. Okay, so you're 15 now. Are you going to go left or go right? Here's your that's where free will steps in. So free will is real and true, but you're constantly at a crossroad, constantly. I see it. I know, guys, they talk to me. Everybody's always at a crossroad. So it's like, okay, so you're 13 now. So to which direction you want to go? And you want to go the hard way? You want to go, that you have options. Which way are you going to go? Okay, so you're at another crossroad at 21. So here's east, west, south. Where do you want to go? Here's your blueprint. This is where you're supposed to be at. Here's your map. But you're at a crossroad. We constantly are having crossroads, constantly. So you're on crack. You're alcoholic. You are stuck. You have mental issues. You have low self-esteem. You have so low. Here's another crossroad. Which way are you going to go? Are you going to go? Here's Candace. Are you going to stay and be in this position? Or are you going to go in that position? And I'm not trying to sound egotistical, but it's an example. So here you are. You found somebody's random channel. She's speaking to you. You're going through this, but here's your way out. Which way are you going to go? Or whoever. Let's just say it's Oprah, or let's just say whoever else. Let's say it's not me. But you're constantly placed at crossroads. If you're watching me right now, there's a reason. If you're attracted to me, there's a reason. So you're always at a crossroads. So here's your life right here. There's your life right there. And here's an option right here. So which way are you going to go? We have a full blueprint of where we're supposed to end up. So it's almost like we have a start and a finish point. Now, the way we get there throughout our lifetime is up to us. It's up to us. And so there's 1, 2, 3 directions you can go in, and we're constantly placed in those positions, constantly throughout our lives. It's constant. That never stops. It never stops. And whichever direction you go in is whatever direction you go in. But it can be the long route. It can be perfect example. Let's just say that you go to a stop sign and it's 4 different directions. So to the left of you, if you go left, this is a position where, okay, you're gonna repeat the cycle for the next probably 5-10 years, because whatever's going to happen, and it's going to make you, it's going to bring you down to a position where you're low enough where you're going to continue to repeat the cycle over and over and over again. Let's just say you go straight. That's a position where it might be a hurdle, but you're almost there. So we're going to give you a big giant hurdle to probably cross over, and it may not feel comfortable, but you'll get there. It's right there. Let's say that you decide to go right. It's a straight path. Just go. Here's your opportunity. Here's your door that's open. Here's everything. We are standing right here. So if there's, okay, I think I have to draw this. Okay, so here's the crossroad. Here's where we constantly are. We're always standing here. And this is what we go through constantly. We constantly have these options throughout. This is how life works. We constantly have these options. Yes, we are tested constantly. Because we go through certain things. For example, you may have decided to go this route. Okay, let's say you would decide if you went this route. This is the route with it's the repeated cycles, the obstacles. You feel bad, you feel horrible. You're back at square one. Nothing changes for you. You're back at square. It's the same thing. It's complete repeated cycles for years. So then you end back here. So the universe is like, okay, so you know what's over here. So here's another road. Okay, so you decide to go here. So here's a road where you're aware of this, but you're not too sure if you want to leave this behind. So you decide to go here. Here's a hurdle But what comes here is what you asked for, your life. So you're almost in between, but you decided to go this route. So it's almost like you're like, okay, well, I'm kind of, it's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I decided to, okay, so I'm not going to, I don't repeat cycles, but I'm kind of, I don't know for sure, whatever. So you're here, you go this route. And so you have a lesson, but you achieve this. And then there's this part right here where if you decide to go this route, so here's the route where it's like, okay, I've learned enough from here. I'm tired of going through this right here. So I'm going to, and here it's like, it's the finishing point. It's like, this is where you receive, this is where you get everything. So we're constantly at those crossroads where, but a lot of us, unfortunately, feel comfortable here because we're used to this. We're used to being unhappy. We're used to being sad. We're used to being stressed out. We're used to being broke all the time. We're used to always having to struggle. We're used to people not appreciating us. We're used to always is by being used and giving and not. So we're used to this. So it's comfortable to go here because it's a familiar street. So I'm used to this lifestyle. I'm used to the I don't know what happiness is like. I don't even know what this street is like. This is an unfamiliar street. It's unfamiliar. I don't even know what this is like. So I'm used to this right here. I'm used to being unhappy. I'm used to being stressed. I'm used to every day I'm surviving and not living. I had that's so a majority of the people that I see this mommy shark mommy, and they just go over here like it's like they just, but that's what they're used to. They don't know anything else that's different. They are used to going this direction, so they continuously go in those bad and toxic relationships. They continuously go into situations where they're always depleted and they're hurt. They continuously, because it's almost like, well, this is all I know, so this is all I know nothing else. I recognize this neighborhood. This is kind of familiar. This I don't recognize at all. But in order for you to leave this neighborhood, you have to go through this one first to say, okay, well, there's something that's different. So when you actually decide to leave this neighborhood right here and go into this one, it's a little familiar. It's a little familiar. You kind of recognize it, but at the same time, it's something that's changing and different that's happening within you. It's something that's different that's happening. And so when you're back at this crossroad, you're like, okay, well, I know. So you're like, okay, so you're going up here. You're like, but wait a minute, maybe I can. And that's when you go here. When you pass this. So it's like, so for those who remain stuck in life, and these are the people who literally live to die. They grow older every single day. They're surviving in this world and not living. These are people who are struggling every day, who are upset every day, who are stressed out every day, who are depressed every day. They may put on their facade, a smile or whatever for whoever, for the world, but they are miserable every single day. Every single day they feel lonely, dark, depressed, and low, whatever. But they continuously are always back at this square one and go back here. Square one here, square one here. Those are repeated cycles. That's called a repeated cycle. A repeated cycle. That's a repeated cycle. That means that you always, the universe will say, okay, well, let me bring you back so you can make a decision. And you're like, okay. Okay, the universe said, okay, let me bring you back. Okay, so I'm trying to give you another chance. Okay. Okay. And it's the same repeated cycle their whole entire life. And they live like that for their whole entire lives on this planet. And it's like have no life at all. Never live. Always depressed. Always struggling. Always mad. Always upset. Always attracting the same toxic people, the users, the takers, whatever. And they end up the same way, toxic and users and takers. Those are the same people. The universe is always like, okay, pick you up and bring you back here. So make a choice. Do you want to move forward? Nope. And those are the repeated cycles. But those who are in a position where they're tired and they're stressed out and they know that a change is needed, when they see that every time they go to the same neighborhood, it's the same thing. It's the same problems. It's the same situation. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. And they come back here. It's that one day or that one situation that's like, okay, something's not right. I have to change something. And they say, okay, well, let me try this neighborhood right here. So, and that's a combination between this and that. And so you may experience a little bit of that because you're so used to this. You're still connected to it. You're still used to this, but you're moving forward into a new direction where you are like a lot of my students, this is where a lot of my students are when they come here. A lot of my students are like, where I'm like, okay, that's when they come. They come here. And they're like, okay, so I'm still experiencing some of this stuff, right? And so I don't know if they're on here or not, but they'll tell you because they're still experiencing some of this old stuff, but they're going to here. And then the universe said, okay, well, are you ready? Shh. And then when you're ready, you go here to your purpose, your whole life, everything that you're meant to have, your whole, where you're supposed to be in life, happiness, joy, peace, not really caring. I mean, I'm not saying not caring, but just like not focusing on the negative. It's like too many of our population are so used to this. It's almost like, did it? And he ever said, no, that's not. After you go through your hell, you go through your deepest hell, and he ever said, okay, let me take you back to square one, because that's a repeated cycle. Repeated cycle will let you go through hell, let you go through the same hell over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then take you back to square one. Like, okay, now you have another chance. Where do you want to go? And a lot of people are like, well, I'm familiar with this. Did it? Some people are like, I'm tired. I need something new. I'm aware. Okay, I get it. Now I want change. You go through the process and then you end up here. New beginnings. Purpose. Life. Living. Actually living. I've been in all three neighborhoods. I know living. Actually living life. Living life. And not for fake, not just, oh, I'm going to show the world. Let me put some filters on and no, let me smile. Let me show this money that I really don't have. How many celebrities I see? You guys, even, it's crazy. So many celebrities that I see that are just so, I see so many celebrities and you think that they're here, but they're here. They're so depressed. They're on the verge, like, it's almost like, on drugs, down, sad, they're lonely. There's so many celebrities that I see, even on social media, like a lot of the social media, let's say, even the people that you see that have the money, that are flashy, all of the Instagram models they are all here. You guys know I read energy. I see them. They're here. And it's like, yeah, they have the physical, but they don't have this. But they're repeating this. If you notice, there's more. You guys know I channel through writing too as well. There's more energy here, some here, but less here. It's less here. And these are the people who are actually within their path and purpose, who are actually helping and healing the world. There's more energy here, that's trying to transfer here, but continuously it's almost like it's here. This is the energy. Repeated cycles and less energy here. And it's just, that's the reality of things right now. So we all have choices, and we're continuously until the universe is like, well, why are you here? And a majority of the people who are in this energy right now, let me tell you, they get so tired of repeating this cycle. They get so tired of this that they get back here and like, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't want to be here anymore. And they're done. They're X'd. Things happen to take them out. People die. People just be dying like that. You're like, why is they're tired. You're tired. Your subconscious mind is saying, I'm tired of going in that direction. I'm not getting anywhere. I keep going back. And I keep repeating the same cycles. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting anywhere. And you become tired and depleted. So something, if you keep, a hamster will go in a wheel and run and run and run all day. And then when he's done running, it's back to square one. Imagine you doing that. You're gonna be like, why? It's gonna be frustrating. Like, what am I doing? So why am I even here? Your subconscious energy is gonna start to explain that and express that. So, anyhow. All right. So, let me go ahead and get off. But if you guys need me, you can go to my website, www.kendisgsmith.net. I will be putting out a manifestation class soon. I haven't figured out the date yet or the details, but once I do, I will put it out. And that's pretty much it. So, if you want a personal reading session or whatever from me, or not, if you feel compelled or if you feel connected, go ahead and book. If not, then I pray that you find who you, and there's so many teachers out here who are for everybody. So I always say that, like, people who are attracted to me come to me. So you guys be blessed. Take care. Happy full moon in Pisces. Again, if you're not feeling the greatest, try to find a way to come out. There's the reason behind that. But if you're feeling good, congratulations, because that means that you are preparing for something bigger that's coming in. You're feeling great because you're preparing for it. It's coming through you and you feel it in. You're nesting. You're nesting. That's crazy, that word. You're actually nesting. You are preparing for a birth of something. And so that's amazing. So you guys be blessed. Take care. And I wish you well.